Hello, viewers. This is Alex Ramsey, host of Night of the Batman. I welcome you to one of my new reviews of Batman the Animated Series called Be a Clown. Now, as always, before I start the review, I'll just give my brief impressions of this and what my overall feelings towards this episode are. Well, just starting off, this is I think it's the third appearance by the Joker in the series. He appears a lot in the series just because he's a good character, I guess, and it seems to happen a lot with that character. But anyway, this is one of his. It's a good episode, but it's not like a really Joker episode. It's more about the relationship with Mayor Hill's son, and less focus is on the Joker, which is different. I mean, I've heard people complain that it's not a great Joker episode, but it's not terrible either. It's just an okay episode, I guess. I also have more memories attached to this because I don't know if any of you know what a Viewmaster is, but when I was little, they came out with this Batman the Animated Series, one of this episode with the Viewmaster, and that was really cool. I used to put that in and just look at it every day, so I remember this episode more from my childhood than maybe some of the other ones. Yeah, so I think it's an okay episode, and let me just get to the summary. Okay, the summary. So Mayor Hill is talking about how he wants to make Gotham as safe as his house, and he insults the Joker. And of course, the Joker overhears this and starts this sort of silly plan to go over and basically destroy his house and mess with him for insulting him. So he shows up at the birthday party as a clown and kidnaps his son Jordan, and I guess that's the silly part, that no one would recognize Joker. I mean, I've heard other people talk about it, and yeah, that's a really just a silly moment in this episode, but past that, it's pretty good. He takes him to an abandoned amusement park, and Batman tries to save him, and one of my favorite scenes is the one where he's just the traps that he puts Batman in, I think are very, very interesting. And also this leads to a final confrontation where Batman saves Jordan from the Joker, and before his father, Mayor Hill, didn't really care about what his son wanted. He was more focused on his priorities and his friends and what they thought, and basically invited his friends to the birthday party, which his son mentions. And after all this great ordeal, he realizes that he should focus more on his son, which I think it's a happy ending. I thought that was a good message, and I thought it resolved pretty well. Yeah, that's pretty much the summary right there. I guess I'll go like I always do with pros and cons. Okay, pros. Like I said earlier, I like some of the scenes when Joker is at the amusement park. I think he's right at home there, and some of the stuff he does, I imagine that the comic book Joker would actually do. Put Batman in death traps that seem very old school to me now that I think about it. And yeah, it's a pretty good episode. It's more about family, which I think is also a pro. It doesn't focus on the Joker like other episodes do. He's there. He's not a background character or anything, but the focus is very little on him. He's just sort of like a plot device to get the end result that we see of Mayor Hill and Jordan being closer and becoming a better family. And overall, this episode, like, the animation was good. I fairly enjoyed it a lot. Let me now get to the cons. Okay, the cons. There's not a lot in this episode. Like I mentioned, I guess that silly part in there where Joker's not even that well disguised. Like, he just has like a clown, like, fake wig looking thing on, and just a little bit more makeup on his face, and no one's able to realize it's him except for Bruce Wayne, which I find that a little hard to believe, but it doesn't ruin the episode, but it is definitely, it retracts from it a little bit. And that's really all I can think about that's a bad thing about this episode. I thought this episode was okay. It's certainly not like a terrible episode, but it's just sort of mediocre. It's not like the greatest episode. It's certainly not a Joker episode, even though he is in it. And I thought after POV, I thought that there would be like a really great episode. I'm not saying this is terrible, but it's mediocre. I'm not seeing a pattern, but I've noticed a little bit that they'll have like a great episode, and then they'll have an okay episode, and then they'll have another great episode. It's sort of like I don't know if that's just me, or it just seems like a weird pattern to me. If I were to rate this out of my 5-point system, I would give it a 3 out of 5, which means it was good, not great. It was just sort of okay, like I said earlier. I don't know if I'd recommend this episode. I mean, Batman fans will want to watch it if they haven't seen it already, but just like the normal guy that just watches episode, I mean, you can watch it and enjoy it, but I wouldn't like tell you just to go watch it right now. It's the greatest thing you've ever seen. 'Cause it's okay. It's not. I wouldn't start out on this episode, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, if you're trying to get into the series, or if you're just looking for like an episode to watch. I mean, it's not terrible, but like I said, it's okay. I feel like I've repeated myself a lot during this review. Sorry about that. It's just I don't have a lot to say about this episode. It's not really a very memorable one. It's, like I said, it's okay. It's mediocre. I think that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for me, anything you'd like me to review Batman related, I'd be thrilled to. Just leave a comment below. If you're new to the channel, I'd love if you'd subscribe and keep watching my videos. I'd love the support you guys have been giving me. I appreciate it a lot, and should have a review up pretty soon. Thanks again. So long, guys.